Hi guys, welcome to the video. Today we are going to speak about China scholarships, the scholarships that we offer in China. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Dinara. I'm originally from Kazakhstan. I used to live in China, in Shanghai, for 8.5 years. I studied my language in Shanghai University of Foreign Studies, and I studied my degree in Chinese and Masters in English in Shanghai University of Finance and Economics. I started that business in 2015. We started with only the au pair program in China, and then we started adding new programs like English teaching in China and then hotel jobs in China. And then we decided to add scholarships in China because that's what we've been through. I also got a scholarship and I studied with the scholarship, and I was thinking that would be a good idea to help students who are willing to come to China and they are willing to get the scholarship, so I can share with my experience, with the knowledge which I have to students, and also I can help them to get the scholarship because I know how hard it is to get it, and sometimes the students are not getting it just because of they're making some small mistakes. And also I know everybody has lots of questions about how to get the scholarship in China. I will tell you lately all the details. And yes, so we've been doing it for like 2015 to 2020 right now. Almost, it's been 5 years now. Also now we are adding new programs in Korea, but that is not what we are going to talk about. Um, so yeah, we are helping students to come to China basically to get a job or to study or to join the culture exchange programs such as au pair. But today we will speak only about the scholarships in China. So let me tell you what we are going to speak today about. So we're going to speak about the scholarships that we offer, the type of the scholarships that we offer in China. Secondly, we're going to talk about the process and the documents which are needed to apply for that. And then I will explain to you why universities work with agencies like us, why do they accept applicants through the agencies, what is the advantage of applying through the agency rather than applying by yourself directly. I will tell you the difference between getting a scholarship in a big city versus the small city. And I will answer some questions which I get in the Instagram or other social media. So let's start. So first of all, the types of scholarship that we offer in China are government scholarships, university scholarships, municipality scholarships. So these are the three types of scholarship that we offer. We do not work with the Confucius scholarships. So as for the government scholarships, the applications start in January and they finish in the end of March. These are I would say, the best scholarships that are offered in China because they cover education, accommodation, plus they give you monthly stipend, which is monthly payment, which is 2,500 for the bachelor degree students, 3,000 for the masters, and PhD 3,500 Chinese yuan per month. So that is the best scholarship that is offered in China. We can apply for that, and we can help to collect all the documents in the proper way to apply for that scholarship. When you're applying by yourself, you can make some small mistakes. For example, it's very important how you fulfill your documents. For example, when you're applying, when you're filling in the medical report, it's necessary that the stamp from the hospital, from the doctor is also on your photo. It's also necessary that there are different stamps from different departments. Also, for example, it's also important that your photo has a white background and your clothes are dark. So these are like small things which are actually small, but they are important at the application, and that is what we know. That is the things which we can help you with. Another, of course, important thing is the student profile, his achievement, his background, his goals, why he's willing to apply for this scholarship, what's the reason, what are the things that he can do after he graduates. So we will help you to answer these questions in a proper way, and will help you to increase the chances to get the scholarship for the government scholarship. Another type of scholarship is university and municipality scholarship. These types of scholarships are easier to get um, because universities themselves, they're interested to get more of the foreign students in their university because it increases the status of the university. The more foreign students are in the university, the higher is the status of the university itself. Um, yeah, so in the university and municipality scholarships, they are partial or full scholarships. Full scholarships are like free education accommodation plus monthly stipend, or just free education and accommodation. As for the partial, it is like free education and accommodation with the discount, or just accommodation you have to pay by yourself. These type of scholarships are pretty easy to get. They don't have high requirements. You just need to collect your documents properly, and you just need to fulfill some requirements. For example, if you are going to study in Chinese bachelor, you must have HSK4. If you want to study masters in English, you must have HSK5 and higher. As for education in English, the minimum requirement is like IELTS 5.5, and the higher is better. Like these are the basic requirements which are necessary to apply for the scholarship. Plus, you need to collect other documents. For the document list and for the application process, if you want it to be written, we have everything uploaded on our Google Drive. You can see the list of the necessary documents, you can see the samples of the documents, you can see the list of the scholarships that we have, and you can see the prices. You can see all of that in our Google Drive. I will attach the link under the video, or you can PM me for the link so I can share with you. Okay, so these are the scholarships that we have. How we usually get applicants. So first, you need to send me you need to answer some questions when you're trying to get information from us. In order for us to give you a personalized offer, we need to understand your profile and your preferences. So for example, we need to know your age, because there is age limits for the scholarship application. We need to know your education status, like if you have a high school diploma or if you have a bachelor degree diploma, because sometimes students want to apply for the master's degree without having a bachelor degree. So that is impossible. Or sometimes they want to apply for the bachelor degree without having a high school diploma. That is also impossible. So that is why before contacting us, when you contact us, you should answer such questions as your age, your education background, which language you want to study in, if it's Chinese or in English. If it's in Chinese, do you have HSK4? If not, do you want to study a language course first? If it's in English, do you have IELTS or not? For English studies, some universities accept without having the IELTS certificate or TOEFL certificate. You don't need to provide with that. You can study without it. But if you should understand that it's not in the big cities, it's in the smaller cities. And the list of the majors is limited. So mostly those are the most common majors, like just international trade, economy, computer science and engineering. These are the most popular majors that we have, that universities offer in English language. As for the documents, you need to provide also the medical report, the non-criminal record, 2 recommendation letters, and photo, e-size photo, and study plan for the degree programs. You can find the list, as I said, in our Google Drive disk. Okay, so these are the documents which are necessary. As I said, it's important that those documents are fulfilled properly, because the Chinese scholarship admission is checking very strictly, even on those details. Okay, and before I finish, I would like to tell you that we have a special offer until the end of April. For those who are applying with us, we give a $100 discount. You can message us for more details. Okay, another thing is like why universities work with agencies. So imagine you are a university worker, you're a teacher, and you are responsible for all the applications for the scholarships. You must fulfill the quota of, let's say, 20 foreign students this year, because the Chinese government has the goal to have 500,000 foreign students in China by 2020. Okay, so that's why every university has minimum quota which they need to fulfill. In order to do that, um, they need to answer, for example, all the messages or the emails coming from the students. And when the student is applying directly to the university, he is not always collecting all the documents first and sending to the teacher. He is asking many questions which are going back and forth. The university representative needs to check all the documents if they're right or wrong. He needs to put it in one folder. So there is so much work it needs to be done. While when they are working with the agencies, we are doing all that stuff. We are answering all the questions to the students. We are offering them the right department, the right university which they can have good chances to get a scholarship in. We're helping them to collect the documents, to correct the mistakes. Sometimes we also help them to make the translation, notary translations. So we are taking big part of work from the teachers or university representatives on our shoulders, and we are providing the ready folder of the student to the university. Also, when we are providing the students, for us it's important that the student, after he entered the university, is really studying. He's studying well. He is not breaking the rules, such as working while studying, or he's attending the school. He's not missing the classes. He doesn't fail the exams, because if we send to university bad profiles, bad students, then the next year our cooperation might be stopped, or they can decrease the number of quotas they are giving to us. So each university, when they cooperate with the agency, they give a limited number of scholarships. So for example, university has to fulfill 20 scholarships per year, and they're giving 5 quotas to one agency, 5 quotas to another agency, and that's why the number of scholarships is limited. That is why, when you are applying with the agency, you are sure that your application will be checked, because sometimes when you're applying by yourself, you don't even know if the university had checked your application or not. You just get the answer in the end of the summer, and you don't even know the reason why your application was rejected, because the answers, they come in the end of the summer. Usually it's like July and August, but scholarship applications, they finish in the end of May, in the end of March, depending on the scholarship. So in this case, you are losing 1 year, and you have to reapply again in the January. So applying with us will help you to save the time, and you will be sure that your application was controlled and was checked and was submitted by the university. Another thing is that we usually help to apply to 3 universities at a time. So for example, we can help you to apply to 1 government scholarship, and you can help you to apply to 2 other university scholarships. In this case, we're trying to make sure that at least one of the scholarships will be awarded to the student. You should understand that it's in our interest that the student gets the scholarship, because otherwise, if you're not getting the scholarship, we are giving you money back. It means that all the work that we are done was paid, was for nothing, and we don't want that, because we have the expenses and we want to cover them. And another thing is, if you don't get the scholarship, you will not recommend us. And the best marketing is the word of mouth, the recommendation. That's why we will do our best so you can get a scholarship. For example, even if you couldn't get the scholarship in those 3 universities, we will offer you something different. If you accept it, we can apply. If you don't accept it, we're gonna give you money back. That is the advantage. Also, I would like to add that we cooperate with many universities in big cities, in smaller cities, in big cities like Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, Hangzhou, in the smaller cities like Weifang, Anhui, Zibo, Changsha. And I would tell you that, of course, it's easier to get the scholarship in the smaller city because there is such a big flow to the big cities that they have higher requirements to the students. Um, what else? What else I wanted to tell you about the procedure? About the procedure, let me tell you again. So first, how we work is like first you apply with us, you submit your documents, we will sign the agreement, you make 50% of the payment. After the application is done, we are waiting for the documents such as admission letter and JW form. As soon as they are ready, you're gonna make the rest of 50% of the payment, and then in September you are going to China for the degree programs or the language courses. And yes, we have the language courses, scholarships, degree programs, bachelor, masters, and PhD. But I would like to remind that about the deadlines. The application starts in January and they finish, let's say, government scholarships end of March, university scholarships and other scholarships they can finish in the end of April or end of May, depending on the university. Yes, this year I know it was harder for everyone to make a decision to come to China because of the virus and etc. But applications still continue. China is back to the normal almost, and I hope you guys are safe and you'll be able to make it by September. On Huay University, they also accept applications without IELTS. So yes, we do have offers for those students who don't have IELTS, but the offers are limited, and the majors, also the list of majors are limited. Um, of course, the better your profile is, the more certificates you have, the more chances you have to get a better scholarship in a better city, in a better university. Okay? Another question is the age limits. So age limits is 25 for bachelor degree, 30 for masters, and 35 for PhD. Unfortunately, we cannot apply for the degree, for the scholarship, if you're over the limit. As for the as for the language programs, it's up to 48. Like you can still apply for the language course scholarship. Another question is, can I transfer from my university to Chinese university? Unfortunately not. If you want to apply for the scholarship, you have to start from all over again. So guys, if you have more questions, you can send me a message. And once again, I want to remind you that we have uploaded all the information and all the scholarship that we have on our Google Drive disk. Plus, we have a special offer until the end of April. If you apply with us, you get $100 discount. And please, don't be late. The deadlines are closing. Don't postpone it. All the best scholarships are closing early, so you still have a chance. And also for Shanghai scholarships, the deadlines are extended and they are until 25. We have really good offers in Shanghai. So don't waste your time and apply right now. Thank you guys. Have a good day.